And that's actually a perfect segue over to our next guest online, which is Brian Bauer. He is the founder and CEO of Algramo in Chile. Good day, Brian.
Hello.
No, Brian.
There he was. Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure, so thank you so much. I'll just make a quick correction. I'm not the founder and CEO of Algramo. I work directly with him. I work in circular economy and alliances. So yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Could you explain to us how does Algramo really work? What is the fundamental mechanism here? And I think online, the audience will be able to actually see a flowchart of how Algramo works.
Okay, so what we're doing, what's really interesting and how we're supporting refill models is we're creating something that we call packaging as a wallet. So this is one of our bottles here. We're selling co-branded products with Unilever that get delivered to people's houses via tricycle. So this packaging unit has RFID technology integrated into the packaging, which basically turns the bottle, the packaging, into a digital wallet. So that enables people to basically buy their product, the brand partners we're working with. So it's like co-branded products from Unilever and Algramo. Our next corporate partner is Nestle. We're going to be doing pet food with them. And the Algramo Unilever products we're currently working with are dish soap for washing dishes and liquid laundry detergent. And yeah, so what it does is we put value on the packaging and we enable the packaging to create opportunity and convenience so that people can buy products and just buy the products and not the packaging. And the wallet encourages the people to use the packaging over and over again. The brands are creating what we call a sustainable consumption credit. So that basically means when they buy a liter of the product, they get X amount of money put on the packaging that gets discounted on a future purchase. And we sell our products through vending machines, and the vending machines are connected to Internet of Things technology and RFID technology, so that as the product comes out of the dispenser and goes into the packaging as a wallet discounts the money or based on how much product comes out. So it's a really convenient, simple system. And we enable people, it's not just home delivery, but it's like home-based refill. So you can refill exactly how much you want, which is really critical for us too, because Algramo started to solve what we call the poverty tax. And the poverty tax is when you have low incomes and you buy in smaller portions, you typically pay substantially more for the product on a per unit basis. Often in Chile, it's about 40-50% more. So what we do is we enable people to buy the exact amount they want. You don't have to buy 3 liters. You could buy a half liter, and you pay the same per unit cost regardless of how much you buy.
So basically, users, they take the packaging to the store in the original model, and they refill the product, and they can buy as much as they want. And because they're not paying for the packaging, the price can be lower. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's how it works. In the original model, we have 2 ways of doing it. We have vending machines, and we just also have a simple exchange system where the first time you buy the product, you pay for the packaging, and then you return the packaging, and then you get a future discount.
Yep.
We can typically create about 30-40% discounts through our method. So that's really critical as well. People, in my opinion, there's some people that will use reusable packaging if it's just for environmental reasons. But for us, it's very important to bring in those economic benefits as well. So we're really proud to be able to lower the cost significantly and address those people that don't have the money to buy in large amounts and enable them to buy in small amounts at a fair, just price.
And yeah, that's really interesting. So going from that first model to the second model, I think we will be able to actually show a image of the tricycle that you talk about, because it's almost impossible to actually imagine in your mind. So you're saying you took your original system and put it on to a tricycle, and now people can actually purchase at their home?
Yeah, so it basically works kind of like Uber Eats. So it's like home delivery service. You can see it coming in real time. And we've just been piloting this with Unilever for the past 2 months, 2.5 months maybe now. We've got 8 or 9 more coming that will be on the streets of Santiago within about a month from now. We've got several other brands that are interested in getting tricycles as well. These tricycles are quite interesting too because they can do home delivery at strategic times, but we can also park them in high-profile strategic locations and promote Algramo as a whole and promote the concept of reusable packaging, etc. So they create a lot of interesting opportunities.
Yes, certainly. So what has the response been for this upgraded model where you get the convenience of actually having the tricycle coming to you or being closer at least?
The response has been much greater than we initially anticipated, and that's the key reason why Unilever's putting in more money so that we'll have more tricycles. We'll have 9 or 10 tricycles in about a month, as I just mentioned, and that will enable us to reach a lot more area. So the more tricycles we have and the more brand basically invests in the tricycles, the more exposure, the more geography they'll have, and the more people they'll be able to connect to this service. And yeah, we're really excited to be piloting this idea because it's never really been done before. And we're also really excited too that our tricycles are electric because that puts sustainable energy into the distribution. And yeah. And
it sounds so cool. It sounds so high tech.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Brian, just on the point about, you said packaging as a wallet. So you're integrating IoT technology into the dispensing system, into the packaging. I mean, what opportunities does that give also for businesses within this space of refilling?
One thing that's really interesting with that is that it basically enables us to go beyond packaging as needing to be the cheapest possible design for single use. And we can start to design our packaging to have higher quality resins and thicker plastic so that the packaging can last for as long as possible. It also opens up the opportunity to go beyond plastic into other alternatives. And we're pretty agnostic as far as material type goes, but I do believe that plastic often performs the best from a life cycle assessment perspective. So it's really interesting that we can just play around with other types of packaging and use packaging types that can offer a better user experience and be designed to last for a really long time. Because I mean, the main problem with plastics is that they last too long. So why not turn that problem into a benefit? So that's what we're keen to do.
That sounds really cool. I mean, I'm so excited to see where Algramo is going to be in the next 5 years. Do you have any idea about what it's going to look like in 5 years? Just looking at your journey the past 10 years.
So what we're looking to do right now is we're taking this technology, these tricycles and the IoT dispensers on the back of them. We're also, I should mention too, that the dispensers on the back of the tricycle, they're very modular and Lego-like. So they're being designed to be able to be integrated into retail. We have one of Latin America's largest retailers keen to do a pilot with us fairly soon. Perhaps in a future episode, we'll be able to talk about it in more detail. And so what we're doing right now is basically building our technology, building our platform. And the plan is to develop that technology in Chile for the next 12 to 18 months. And then we're developing a franchising strategy so that we can plug this system into the supply chains of the global brands that we're working with, so we can move Algramo into as many places as possible, as quickly as possible. So basically in a year and a half, 2 years from now, we're hoping to start expanding into quite a few new geographies. And our business model too is quite adaptable. It can benefit a place like London, like a developed economy, or we can really create a lot of benefit and opportunity in emerging economies as well. So we're pretty excited to move into as many geographies as possible, as soon as possible.